Hello and welcome all to Mac Gaming Revolution, the home of everything related to gaming on a Mac. Today, I'll be covering how to play one of the most beloved RPGs of all time, Skyrim. And today we're going to be running this through crossover, as opposed to Whiskey or Parallels. Alright, so with that, let's get started. So to run Skyrim through crossover, you're first going to need to purchase crossover, and you can get this at codeweavers.com/store, which I'll link in the description. You can get the free trial if you want to test it out for 14 days, but after that it'll expire and you won't be able to use it anymore. So the best, most recommended option is just to get the 12 months. Next, you're going to need to get your hands on a copy of Skyrim. So what I would recommend is getting the GOG edition. That's what I personally did. GOG is DRM free, and you just get the nice installer files. Yeah, exactly, DRM free. So it's just, more safe. They can't take the game away from you like Steam potentially could. I don't know. It's just a matter of preference. If you like Steam and you stick with Steam, get it from Steam. But yeah, you could also do GOG. So this is where you'd find it on GOG as of right now, January 2nd, 2024. Happy New Year to all of you. It is on sale for $16 to get the anniversary edition, which comes with all the what do they call it? The Creator Club content, like all the community mods and stuff. They have something like that with Fallout 4, but yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to download the files from GOG, download the offline version, sorry. Do not download it through GOG Galaxy. There's an option that'll say like download offline, and that's what you're going to want to do. So you'll just have like the raw installer. Alright, so once you've got crossover downloaded and installed and everything, you're going to want to boot it up. You won't see any of these things, these bottle options. It'll just be completely blank. So to install Skyrim, I'm going to cover, how to do it in GOG and just sort of interject every now and then, like, oh, this is what you do if you want to install through Steam. So you'd push install Windows application, then you'd go over right here to Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition, and make sure, I forgot to mention this, make sure you get the Special Edition of the game. It won't run, or it will run just normal Skyrim, but it'll run like crap, because it's a 32-bit game, whereas the Special Edition is 64-bit, so it'll just run so much better. So make sure to get the Special Edition. That's the only one on GOG, and I'm pretty sure Steam, they might have another one, but just make sure to get the Special Edition. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is, I know you're tempted to push that big purple install button, but what you're going to have to do is select this, installer source. And what you're going to do from here, if you're installing from GOG, you're going to push select an installer, and you're going to install it from that file you downloaded from GOG. And then it'll take you to just a download screen. You just select your language, and then it'll just download and then work right out of the box. It'll be nice. And if you got the anniversary edition, there'll be another file. You'll do the same process. You do installer source, select that other one, and then install the anniversary upgrade, which will basically give you all the DLC and the what do you call it, the Creation Club content. So if you were to do this from Steam, what you'd do is you'd push install, go back, yeah, and then install Steam like this. And then once you'd have it, you'd go into Steam and actually install the game, like I have Lethal Company here, in Steam. And then it would basically function the same, and you just launch it from Steam. So let's say you do that. Alright, so now you've got this, let's say, whether it be from a Steam bottle or a GOG installer or whatever the heck, yeah. So yeah, here this is GOG. It won't really matter whether it be Steam or GOG. You're still gonna have the same settings. So I didn't really need to do any tweaks or anything. Like the game runs pretty amazingly just right out of the box. So for what you're gonna want to do to make it run the best, you're gonna go into advanced settings and check off D3D metal and then MSync. With these enabled, you're gonna get the best possible performance. It'll be a constant 60 FPS, and yeah, it'll run really well. Another issue that I encountered personally is crackling, like audio crackling, at least on the external speaker. But to solve the crackling on external speakers, you're gonna want to go into Utilities, click on this Audio MIDI Setup, and then you're gonna want to go to Audio Devices, and then just your MacBook Pro speakers, and then this should be at like 48,000 by default. You're gonna want to set this to 96,000 hertz, and that will ensure that it'll get rid of crackling basically, and so that's how you do that. And another issue I sort of encountered was when playing the game, it can be a bit weird with the mouse sometimes. Like, it's not completely broken and unplayable, it just like doesn't, like, you'll try to turn the camera, but it'll simply just not work like it should. It feels like there's some resistance every now and then. It's not constantly, but it's really hard to describe, but it's kind of annoying. So what I personally do is I just use a controller, and that works just fine. Yeah, I've encountered no issues with the controller, so you can do whatever route you want. I'd recommend the controller personally, but the mouse and keyboard isn't that annoying. So I'm gonna leave you off now with some gameplay. Remember, I'm recording this from my baseline M1 Mac, 8 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, it's not an Air, it's a Pro, so it's got a fan, but still, it's baseline M1 Mac. So here's now some gameplay footage. Enjoy. Also, I apologize for the lower quality of gameplay. I'm using the built-in QuickTime recorder as Twitch Studio, which I used previously to record my videos. Just got discontinued for Mac, so I'm unable to capture internal audio in my Mac, so you won't get any gameplay audio, and I'm also unable to, capture at high resolutions, so I'm sorry for that in advance. If it does look worse on your end, just know that it looks a lot better for me, in terms of resolution at the very least. So keep that in mind when watching this.